A very good afternoon to one and all as we welcome you here to the Addo Bolden Stadium for this Central Zone Finals in the Tiger Tank Coca-Cola Intercol Series. And it's two of the main rivals in the Central Zone. Chaguanas North Secondary against Carapichaima East. Neighbors, relatives, friends, but no love lost.
Yeah, definitely.
As I say, good afternoon to Gordon Pay.
Well, good afternoon to you, Rustin, and good afternoon to all the viewing public. As we see the officials just meeting the teams, we have meeting the teams there. That's Tara Bansi from
the Central Zone.
From Central Zone, as well as Rene Rama, that's Coca-Cola representative from the Central South Zone. And of course, we have the president of the Secondary Schools Football League, Marie Gonzalez. He's just meeting the players there as they meet the players of the Chaguanas North team. The captain just making the introductions on behalf of his team. That's his captain, Levan David. As we see the other team in the middle, the third team, the refereeing team, we have Cecile Hines. She'll be the one in the center. Referee assistant number 1. We've got Melissa Nicholas. Referee assistant number 2, Noel Moore. And the fourth official, Charlie's Hood. So that's the third team as the officials continue meeting and greeting those teams. I think, Ruskin, you have the name of the starting lineups.
Well, Carapichaima, of course, the team in green, they just met the officials, and they will start with their captain, Nikolai Rivers, who was just doing the introduction. Adonis Doldron wears the number 2. Keziah Myers wears the number 4. The captain, Isaiah Joseph, wears the number 6, rather. Therese David wears the number 7. Kyle Holder wears 10, Che Reyes 13, Caden Thomas Robertson wears 17, Josiah Hippolyte wears 14, Iban Andrews wears the number 25, and Emmanuel Christopher wears the number 22.
Well, that's the starting lineups for the Caps team as the two captains just taking the toss. Cecile Hines, a very experienced teams at the final.
And of course, both teams wanting to do well here today. They obviously would have had a bit of a frustrating season. So this is kind of like the last opportunity for them to really get some bragging rights, so to speak, for the next year or so. And also to keep the name in the spotlight for some time to come. So this is a crucial game for both of these teams.
Yeah, both teams will want to finish here on a high. Get some sort of silverware for them. They were both mid-table, Caps. They have to wait to decide if they're going to be into a playoff to remain in the Premiership division. Chaguanas North just escaped, and I think probably they won a game in the boardroom. I think that would have decided them, but they will not want anything in the boardroom to decide this one. They will want to decide it all on the field as we get ready for the kickoff.
And of course, remember, we in the football, the World Cup football has started, so players are excited to be playing football, while the fans are excited to be watching football as well. And I would imagine these players just want to put on a show here, maybe similar to what we got from England this morning. Also the Netherlands also holding sway in their game as well.
Well, it was excitement this morning. The English fans, those EPL fans, they got their fill this morning as the England Lions, they ran away 6 goals to 2 winners over Iran. And the Netherlands, I'm not quite sure the final score there.
2-0.
2-0 versus Senegal. So we're getting ready for the action on the pitch. Number 9, Justin Lewis, he stands over the ball as the field here. It paints a picture at the Addo Bolden Stadium, but it has gotten some rain overnight as well as during the day, Ruskin. How do you expect it to affect the playing of the players out there?
If you're a dribbler, this is a dream for you. because this is the kind of surface that dribblers like to play on. Not only that, it also puts defenders at a disadvantage, because once you're a dribbler and you're quick, you make the first move, they have to react to your move, and sometimes by the time they react, you're long gone, you're home high and dry. So this is a dribbler's surface, and I expect the front runners to do well on this. The bigger defenders may also do very well, because they could come out of they get deeper into the ground, so they get more traction to come out and do their stuff. So it's going to be very, very interesting.
If you just look as we wait on the referee,
all the players watch.
Yeah, where they're standing, you're seeing a brown spot just getting there. The referee for this game, she just went probably to change her boot. Not quite sure what it was, but she returned to the dressing room. So that's the delay as we get ready, and there we see Cecil Hines just trotting back on. And
watch out where she, look how much water is on the field as she's running on. So on this side of the field there's quite a bit of water. So the players will do well to avoid this right hand side of the field, because it's loaded with water. The water is actually on the surface.
Well, Carapichaima, they are in green and black. They'll be kicking from right to left, and that's the starting of the game.
So again, they're just trying to get started. Look at how many guys are falling all over the place already. And we're not even a minute into the game. And you're seeing players beginning to slip and slide all over the place. And that, to me, Gordon, is going to be the biggest factor in this game. Is who, we have these modern boots and things. I'm from the old school. You have to have a pair of six pegs no matter what. If it's the only boot you have is a six peg. But a lot of these kids, they go for the multi-stud boots, but those boots somehow don't stand up to these types of surfaces.
Well, we've got a free kick. It's just outside the area here for Carapichaima. The captain of the Chaguanas North team, Levan, just handling that ball. They're lucky not to find themselves in the referee's book. And standing over the book, after standing over this ball, is Tyrese David. He'll have to get this one up over the wall and into the corner. So with just about a minute gone, it's a free kick.
And the deflection took it over the wall and away out. And again, those are difficult free kicks because they're so close to the goal. So you have to be spot on with the placement and the timing of the shot, because it has to go up and come down. You want to get it over the wall and you want to get it under the bar. So it's not the easiest, especially that close. Here they come again, and ball played away quite nicely. Carapichaima trying to make their passes, but look at how many players are slipping and sliding already. This field is a little bit tricky for some of these players. Here is Tyrese again with another great ball. That could be interesting, but look at the tackle to get there and recover well, because he was aiming for Myers out in the distance, and he almost got to him there, except for that wonderful tackle.
Well, it's going to be a corner here for the boys in green. The big guys from the back, they come up. Adonis Doldrum, he's over 6'4". He's putting up his hand as we look at the delivery here from Myers.
The ball is in, and he's falling down. Just as he was about to make his jump, he slipped and he fell. So he really wasn't a factor. Still, the defenders couldn't control the header. They conceded another corner kick.
So it's going to be David this time. Tyrese David, he's going to be taking this one. He's going to be taking it with the right boot. He's going to be curling in. The big guys have stayed up.
The angle is peculiar. Look at where the pole is. He doesn't give himself much kicking room there.
And just as you say, a poorly taken. And the keeper comes and claims Aidan Raymond.
The man at the near post almost dummied the goalkeeper there. I thought he was going to play the ball. And now look at the problems they have. Defenders are falling down all over the place. It's really a tricky surface for everyone, both attackers and defenders. And now the goalkeeper comes and he claims it to settle nerves just a little bit.
So Nikolai Rivers coming and claim he's a very good goalkeeper. Good hands, good distribution. A long ball upfield.
A good header by Alex Thomas to keep them away. But again, this is going to be interesting here now. Can he run at the defenders? The ball inside. The header down is not a strong one, so no problems there for Aidan Raymond.
Yeah, so Myers there finding David, but the header just a weak header, and now we have a Holder in a bit of a foot race.
Doing well, skipping his man, but just not able to get the ball there, Ezekiel John. And I thought he would have gotten a corner kick, but he scooped the ball over the tackle, and it ran off the field for him. But good intention there, good skill.
Well, this one setting up to be one of lots of counter-attacks. You're seeing both teams there forgetting the midfield play. They're going direct, straight, route one. A poke, they taken a free kick there.
And again, players are having real problems here. The ball is going to stop in the water, so they have to play on. They do is just as we suggested. You're trying to avoid that water, that area there, because it could be so much of a quagmire for you. Still knifing his way in there. A good recovery tackle all the same. Coming there in the end by Holder, but he concedes another corner kick to Chaguanas North.
Well, it's the first corner kick for Chaguanas North as they get their turn at applying some pressure. The assistant referee, Miss Nicholas, just making sure the ball was in the correct area.
Here comes the kick curling in, but goalkeeper, he bubbles it and it goes into the goal and scores. Nikolai Rivers, no pressure at all. It should have been a simple take. But then it's a slippery ball. It was a curling ball, and he bubbled it, but unfortunately for him, it dropped, and it dropped over the line. It just rolled into the net.
So Chaguanas North draws first blood. It was a tricky corner. It should have been easily handled there by Nicholas Rivers, but then he just bundled it, and it went into the back of the net. Some words shared there by Captain Levan David. And Chaguanas North, they lead this one early as the Tassa drums erupt here at the Otto Stadium.
And Nathan George, the goal scorer.
Well, I think it's going to be an own goal with the amount of contact made by that goalkeeper.
So just 6 minutes into the game, and we have the first goal. And this is where Carapichaima would have to show their savviness and their experience. And now they're under some pressure because here comes the quick runners, as I kept saying. The men who could dribble the ball are going to be in the field. A chance here this time. The goalkeeper blocks it. Another opportunity. He saved the second one. And still, the ball still not out of the area. And eventually it's cleared away, but only just, as they're having real problems finding their footing, but also finding each other with their passes. Carapichaima struggling right now to get the ball out of their own half, as Chaguanas North really digging deep here now and creating problems. There's another ball in the area. This time Rivers does well and claims it.
So Rivers there with a double save. He made up amends. It's really the cruelty of a goalkeeper.
Now trying to get business done, David, and again everybody is appealing for some kind of an infringement. But nothing given by the referee, and away comes Darius Bruce now for Chaguanas North as they try to get the ball up over the half line and not having much luck doing so. And this time, I think the referee blew a free kick.
So there we have the double save.
That was the first one.
And then it was a shot from Raymond there. And a great save by Nikolai Rivers. Just saving his team blotches. The cruelty of being a goalkeeper. One mistake and your team is down 1-0. And then a few moments later, you got to make a double save to ensure that no further damage is done.
You have to have short memory. That's what they mean by that. You can't dwell on it too long and just get on with the business at hand. That's a handle ball. Now that could be a yellow card at least, because he just put his hand up there and handle the ball. He might even get a red card. Well, it's a yellow card because he just saved the ball. Yeah. I don't know if he just forgot where he was on the field.
Well, that's it was a Holder there putting that ball forward.
He just
and Hemley
stuck his hand up in the air.
Just really stuck his hand up. He's lucky to be on the pitch because it was a purposeful handle ball. Of course, the experienced referee, Cecile Hines, she went into the back pocket, but it seems like all the referees have their cards in their back pocket.
And there's a shot going at goal on the turn there, but not able to get it on target. Thomas Robertson trying his luck, but to no avail on this time, on this occasion.
A bit of a deflection, so it's going to be a corner. So it's the third corner for the Carapichaima East team. Caps, as they are famously called. Hippolyte. Josiah Hippolyte to take it.
Taking his time, he's not rushing it. Floated in nicely, a chance at a header here, and the goalkeeper was initially coming to take it. It was actually bumbled away from him, but he was able to collect it all the same. Now they get it back. This could be interesting here, but again, good solid defending once more to get the ball away from the danger zone, but only just as they try again. David gets the ball inside and buddies every which way, still turning, still trying his luck, sneezes it up there. The ball is blocked again, and nothing doing. Thomas Robertson again trying his luck. Now this one is way off target there by Andrews, and it goes out. Pressure relieved.
Well, the Carapichaima team, after they conceded this goal, they've definitely been applying some pressure here on the Chaguanas North team. They are down and they're looking for a way to get back in this one.
But I don't think they don't need to be too anxious about it. There's plenty of time in the game. What you don't want is to concede another one. But what you want to do is just try to control the ball a little bit more. But again, you have to be spot on with your passes. He might be offsides. Yes, he is. He left just a fraction too soon.
So just string offside there. On the far side would have been George. Carapichaima. They like to attack through Myers.
And look at where the ball stopped. That ball was going off the field comfortably, just stuck in the water. And it's still in play. Doing well. Going past one man. Swings the ball inside. And that is a timely interception there, because there was a man. Oh, this could be interesting. He's on his way and he scores. Brilliantly done indeed.
Josiah Hippolyte. He answered the calls for his team. It was a beautiful through ball. And Josiah Hippolyte equalized in the 12th minute. It's all even here at the Otabolan Stadium.
So again, it was a brilliant through ball, and again the ball slipping on the surface, skidding past the defenders, and look at the finish. He just rolled it past the advancing goalkeeper. Aidan Raymond had no chance of cutting that one off, and showing his class here. Josiah Hippolyte makes it one apiece.
A calmly taken goal there, a goal scorer's goal, as Carapichaima, they draw even. So with just about 12 minutes gone here, Ruskin, it's game on, one apiece.
And it's just as we started, but look at it now. Carapichaima now start to find the range with their passes. They kind of understand the conditions a little bit better and are able to play the ball. You don't necessarily have to play it to feet, but you can play it into space to allow your front runners to get to the ball or get a chance at it. Now they get a corner kick out of it, because the challenge was a little bit late and Hemley not able to prevent it.
So that's their fourth corner here. David doing good job up on this left hand side. It was he who created the goal with his assist. He's going to take this one. He's looking like he's going to angle his body and try to take it with his left boot. The problem is trying to take it with the right boot. You see the cover there, so he tries to take it with his left boot this time. The result the same. Another very good take on corner.
And here's a foot race. He's trying to really outrun the defense there, but they closed him down quickly. Raymond blocked in his path. But here is another challenge. The ball still staying in the Chaguanas North half of the field.
So Myers there on the ball, looking to exchange passes. He loses out. And it's George.
He's going into the area. He has support across the goal. It might still run for him, and it just doesn't get to Lewis as the goalkeeper comes and claims it. Most of the sting was taken out of it by the defender, though.
So it's end-to-end action here at the Otabolan Stadium.
Just as we expected. And here's an infringement
here by Thomas. Thomas just going through the back there of Hippolyte. So it's going to be a free kick in a very interesting position. The big guys from the back, they jog forward. They've got a lot of 6-footers, this Carapichaima team. When you look at Adams, he seems to be a towering man, as well as Adonis Doldrum. So let's look at the delivery.
Because I has placed this one in. The goalkeeper has to come and claim it, and he does well. It was almost on the goal line, but he kept his eyes on it, and he made the take. That's another barging in there, and that's going to be an easy call for the referee.
Heavily strapped Adonis Doldrum. I don't think he needed to really shove the man in his back. He's already about 6'4", so it was all he had to do was maintain his possession. But a bit of nerves coming in here as you're watching the exciting action in the Tiger Tanks Secondary School Coca-Cola Intercol here, the finals of the Central Zone.
1-1 the score line, and this ball played inside. Again, trying to play it again on his hands. Justin Lewis not able to control it first time. It bubbled up and struck his hand. The ball going in the other direction now, but they have to be so careful with these balls. Another
Myers
still trying his luck here. Tackles coming in thick and fast, but Hippolyte gets it back now. He tries to play it across, and they just have to be patient, just build the ball. Shot coming just about the goalkeeper making the save and pushing it wide of the post, so it just bounced in front of him and skidded away from him. But again, he had to come across here to make sure that it was outside of the upright.
The top three of the Carapichaima team, they've been very involved. Hippolyte up through the center, David, who's now getting that ball there, and wider Myers. They have definitely been running havoc against this Chaguanas North team in the early runnings of this half.
Trying to turn and dribble on the surface, but you have to be so careful where you're doing your dribbles. It's always easy to dribble and move, but you can't stand there because defenders are not giving an inch right now, and still trying to get inside there. Justin Lewis battling hard, and it's a real fight right now for the ball. Nobody could get control of it, and eventually Chaguanas North gets it, and now they're trying to see what they can do going forward, but the ball isn't off of the field just yet. It's stuck on the line, and that's a lovely turn, and he's doing the smart thing. He's trying to get the ball across early, and that might have been a handle ball in the penalty area. That could be a penalty. The ball seemed to jump up on him, and it is a penalty. Yes, indeed.
Yes, she waited on the assistant referee to help her with that call. Let's look at the delivery again there. Himley with the ball.
He headed it down, and his follow through, it seemed to hit his chest more than his arm.
No, definitely hit the arm. Yep. You see him pulling back the hand of being guilty there at Isaiah Joseph. We'll have it one more time there. He headed it down. So it was Himley doing all the bull work, and then he put it into a danger area. Good header down. Look at it coming up. Hitting the arm, and he just withdraws that arm there. The referee assistant assisting with making that call, and going to take this one. It's going to be the captain, Levon David. Yeah, he stands over the ball. Can Nikolai Rivers be a hero here?
So this is the challenge here now. The kicking of the ball has to be spot on here as well. You could either go for power and maybe go straight down Main Street, providing the goalkeeper moves, or you could try to place it in any corner but hit it with enough pace that even if he goes across there, it may still have sufficient pace on it to still make its way.
Heavy conditions like this, you don't need too much match. Just put it away from the keeper. He can't get there because he can't even get his foot in to move. We saw it with the early goal where he slipped and the ball went in off his hand. But let's see what the young man, David, is going to do.
He does well. Hits it in the roof of the net and puts it well away from the goalkeeper to make it 2-1 now after 19 minutes.
So in the 19 minutes, Chaguanas North, they reclaim the lead.
Levon David doing the business, and they could just hear the supporters as he hits it.
Calm. Yep. It was a well-taken penalty. While we were trying to discuss all that he would have had to do, he did his simple task and he celebrates as Chaguanas North, they lead this one 2-1 in the Central Zone Finals.
And again, they're not dwelling on the ball. They're just trying to get it forward quickly and have their front runners do the business by getting towards the ball as quickly as possible without having to dribble too much or do too much with it when they get there.
Yeah, he definitely would have been offside there. Just straying offside there would have been hip with it. Off and on again. So it's going to be a free kick here. So it's been excitement just as we expected. A cracker here at the Otto Bolden Stadium as the two Central Zone teams, they cross swords, the two Premiership teams. And they're showing why they campaign in the Premiership division here. Definitely a good display thus far, Ruskin.
Well, it is, and the conditions obviously makes it a little more challenging for both teams, but they're trying to adapt it as best as they can. The kick is not a particularly strong one, but they'll get possession, Carapichaima, and they eventually, again, it's so tough to get control of the ball, but give Chaguanas North credit. They're not dwelling on the ball very long. Every time they get it, this is what they do. They get it upfield quickly.
Definitely onside here. Shot! A great take there by Nikolai Rivers.
Again, and he had to do it because there was a man sliding in there. Lewis was right on point.
Yeah, there were two men at the far post. So definitely he had to cut it out. But here comes the Caps team, not able to keep it in play.
And Myers and company, they have to just start to dig deeper now and really get on with the business at hand. They can't afford to allow Chaguanas North to grow in confidence too much, because when they get that confidence, goals tend to follow. Again, the ball's just being played around, and Chaguanas North somehow finding ways to do this, get the ball into the area, into the danger zone as quickly as possible.
So the referee there calling for the infringement. She allowed the advantage to be played when it was lost, calling it back. Good refereeing there by Cecile Hines.
So this could be another examination for the Carapichaima defense here. Shot from distance, but it's over the bar.
Safely over the bar there. Goalkeeper Nikolai Rivers taking no chances. He was well over the bar, making sure that it was over the bar.
Again, it's a smart thing to do. Even as we saw earlier, when he bubbled one, what looked like an easy take, but you never can tell. You just have to follow each ball that is played in the area or towards the goal. This one played behind his back. A little bit of miscommunication there. But they just have to keep going. And you could just see the concentration and maybe the confidence just waning on the Carapichaima half of the field. They just seem a little bit shocked right now that they're trailing in this game by a 2-1 margin.
Well, since the second goal, all the football has played in their half. They've been unable to clear the lines. One of the few opportunities here to go forward, but it's easily handled by David.
Again, look at the movement. They just get the ball forward and then they're getting into the danger zone quickly. Still they're battling for it. This could be interesting if you hook it back. Comes across just over the head and it stays in play. So they still have an opportunity here, and the players falling every which way. The referee taking a good look.
Good save there again by the goalkeeper Rivers. He came out, he made himself big, and he was just able to deny that goal scoring opportunity. Look at it here again. It was a snapshot by Raymond. It fell beautifully for George.
The ball just getting over the head of John, who was leaping. He needed a couple inches more to try to get to that one. But you could see them. They're not afraid to play the ball forward, and especially playing it to the flanks of the field, forcing the defenders to have to run out there to try to cover it.
Well, both teams have been playing on the counter, and they're finding an infringement there again. Leave on David, the skipper. He's being sternly talked. He's getting a stern talking to by referee Cecile Hines.
He just wiped out Hippolyte there, the goal scorer. He sensed the danger because, again, he was dwelling on the ball and he had his pocket picked. So he did the smart thing. He just brought him down one time.
So it's, on 2 occasions, he's been lucky to really escape the referee's booking. He got a bit of lip from her, as probably that will be his last warning. But it's going to be Hippolyte. He's going to take this one. It's going to be from a good distance out. I think he'd be better served to put it long. As we look at the sidelines, there seems to be a player just getting ready as well to enter the game for Carapichaima.
So again, Hippolyte is going to try his luck here probably. Again, but he too is over the bar with his effort. It's not nearly where he wanted to put it, and he just needed to get it on target. So a substitution quickly. Doldron is being replaced.
Yeah. Just as I said, he's heavily strapped. He came into the game heavily strapped and probably thought he would have been able to play through, but
Ethan Trotman is the man on.
He's been replaced by Trotman.
So now they're still trying to get themselves into position quickly. Good interpassing. And they just need to be calm about things. You're just 1 goal down. You're not out of the game by any stretch of the imagination. So you don't just want to be too rushed about things you're doing. Give yourself a chance to play the ball properly, and you very well may have some success.
Credit to them. They not look panicked, as you see David here showing some skill. This ball, his final pass though, that final pass in the final third, just not up to the standard, but that top 3 for Carapichaima. I think this game have a lot more goals in it when you look at the quality of Hippolyte as well as David and Myers. And then when you see the counter-attacking play of Chaguanas North, the speed of Lewis up front, and of course Raymond, who's just been lurking in and behind the strikers, and Hezekiah John as well. So this game is probably not done and dusted yet. You see, we saw that Adonis Doldrum, he was struggling with the pace and going down there again.
He didn't just go down, he was taken down in the process there, because Josiah Hippolyte still there. He and battling there, of course, was Tyrese Michael Hemley having a little get together.
And we're seeing some good refereeing here by Cecile Hines there, just ensuring that the sportsmanship remains in the game. And there we see there something better suited for WWF wrestling than football. So it's going to be a free kick in a very interesting position here. About to take it is Tyrese David. He's had a number of opportunities from this distance. He'll be going at Aidan Raymond from this angle and this distance. I think he'll be going for goal.
This time he tries to get it over the back of the defenders, but again, a simple take for the goalkeeper. So he was trying to change it up here a little bit. The last time he tried to go directly at goal, he didn't get it on target, so he decided to go away from it. But I don't think that's the last time we see him trying his luck from distance. And that is the scary part. You have to be so precise with your players, especially at the back, because you're not getting 2 and 3 bites at the cherry. You have to be spot on when you're trying to make clearances.
Yeah, definitely. You got to make a decision early. That's one of the key things. You got to make sure you have your footing and be sure about it.
The water is proven to be a real challenge sometimes, because that ball just hit the water and it almost just rolled after hitting the water.
I think though the 2 teams should have made the adjustment. They've played all of 28 minutes, going on to in the 29th minute. So I think they should definitely know what the field is going to allow you to do thus far.
And
Lewis though
still trying his luck here.
And guess who made that challenge? Hippolyte coming back and making that challenge, as we see a bit of a tactical change by the Carapichaima team. Coming more central, we see Tyrese David going up and become the top of the diamond for the Carapichaima team. As there we see him.
And both teams right now at this stage of the game where They're just almost like they're settling down now. They want to express themselves now, but this is not the kind of surface that you just want to dwell on the ball for too long. If anything, you want to pass the ball, maybe play the passes, sharp, crisp passes, and then, but plenty of movement as well. He looked suspiciously offside, but the referee's assistant was not in line. And that's where the problem is here, because the ball comes over now and eventually it's cleared away. But that's the kind of defending that we're talking about. It's just one touch you need to get the ball out.
Myers.
Deep ball in and headed away. They're still in there. The goalkeeper decides not to come, and it still runs for them. They have problems here. The man who has just come on there is Trotman, trying his luck.
And a bit of a handle ball there again.
But Joseph had it covered though.
She comes across, have a chat with Emmanuel Christopher. He's pleading his innocence. It would be nice to see that play again.
And the thing is, when the ball's skidding so much, the chances are you're going to handle the ball at some point in time. The key is to get the widest surface as possible behind the ball and use that surface. And most times it's the chest. Here's almost a freak incident. The ball spliced off the boot of Andrews and struck his teammate. That ball looked like a goal shot from Mayon. It should have never gone in that direction. He was trying to fan the ball, going back down the ball spliced off and almost took out his own man, Myers.
That's Joseph
back there, and he almost went
so
scrambling over.
Yeah, Andrews with his splice, and referee Cecile Hines calling a stop to the play immediately because of course, you know it's a head injury, and in the modern game we don't take any chances with the head injury. The physio just coming on and ensuring the player continues.
And it just shows you have to follow every ball. This is the first goal, and really the goalkeeper has no excuse there. He was trying to take it at a higher point, but it seemed to come down at him, and he dropped it in his own net and then crippled it with a cool finish to make it 1-1 and send his fans into raptures, and then even more noise in the stands as Chaguanas North regained the lead.
Yes, Hippert here again, looking to pull things even for his team. Rez, he's skillful. Ball footed across.
That's good defending. Headed away from goal, but headed firmly first time, and not really taking any chances because he couldn't tell what was behind him. So he had to try to do two things: get to the ball first and get it out of the danger zone.
So it's going to be a corner here for Josiah Hippert. He's going to be taking this with the right boot. He's going to try to curl it in. Yeah, it's very difficult to take a corner from that area there because you're seeing the drainage covering. It's at the exact corner where he will normally be positioning the ball to make his run-ups. So it's very difficult. It's been difficult for those youngsters on that side. But if you're just joining us, you're watching the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Coca-Cola Finals, the Central Zone Finals here on Tiger Sports International. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. The scores at this point: Chaguanas North, they lead this one 2-1 versus Carapichaima East.
And that is another handle ball, and so players again, they just have to adapt to getting their bodies behind the ball, because that's the biggest surface you have is your chest.
Trotman. So Holder here at right back, able to compose himself. Makes a lovely pass to Hippert.
That's an intelligent ball. This could be problems here. But again, the goalkeeper anticipates well. And then he gives it away. So this could be another opportunity for Carapichaima to get back into this one.
The advantage played. George looking to go for a run here. And then just playing it into the touch. There's Christopher.
But he has to understand he could beat the defender on the inside and then turn upfield. But he insists on going on the outside because he's left-footed, but he's playing the ball almost every time with the outside of the left foot. He could cut inside of him and then make that turn upfield.
Ball floated across. Lewis here. Lewis skips past 2 challenges. Still Lewis. But then he just gives it away. Carapichaima able to bring it out. Trotman caught in possession. Ball still not cleared. Dragging past skillfully. And good defensive work. It's going to be a goal kick there. Good defensive work there by Isaiah Joseph. Not panicking. He came across and ushered the ball out for a goal kick.
And he really should have made that cross a little bit earlier, because any type of cross from that distance could cause all sorts of panic at the back. Even the defender could put the ball in the back of the net for you.
So Carapichaima here able to get into their passing sequence. Holder. He put it. Can he keep it in play? Himley coming across and just putting it into touch. So the Carapichaima team getting their passing game going. They decided that they have understood the conditions here and they can put the ball on the ground and get their passing going. He put it. Good defensive header. Just cleared up field. It's been route one for the Chaguanas North team. Rez. He had Trotman free there. Myers though. On the overlap here is Christopher. Myers, good interpass. Let's look at the final delivery. Just overhit there. So the wing back coming forward there, command Newell Christopher. So it's good interplaying here by the Carapichaima team as they have gotten accustomed to the conditions. They seem to want to put the ball down. They're getting their passing game going, and they've been able to nullify the route one play of Chaguanas North. Ruskin, your thoughts as things proceed?
Chaguanas North, they seem to have lost their way just a little bit. You look at their clearances, they're just dropping in their own half of the field, and that's probably just the weight of the ground telling on them.
Lewis!
Just wide. Again, he turned his man nicely. He had a tight angle, but he fired anyway, and he just missed at that far post.
Good work there. It was an early ball from George. Lewis waltzing past the defender and just pulling it wide.
Eben Andrews was left for dead there, and he just sort of lunged into a tackle, missed everything, and almost paid the price.
Strong challenge there, coming in and making that challenge. Guess who's made that tackle there, Ruskin?
He's coming back. He's doing Hippolytus here, there, and everywhere. He's helping out on defense, and he's also getting forward to try to set up plays.
David, he put it in a foot race. Himley has been good out here at the right back position for this Chaguanas North team. He's done everything his team has asked him for and more, and done it competently thus far.
Reyes with a little stab forward that he could easily have allowed that to run off the field, but he's decided to play it, and as a result it stays in play, and they concede a throw-in now. So they've had opportunities to clear the ball, and sometimes you wonder why goals are scored, because players make errors that puts pressure on their own teams, and just simple things, just concentration sometimes that just forces them into error.
It seemed that ball went for a corner.
Well, you see, and he had a chance to allow it to just run off the field. He could have just dummied the ball, do anything. Now he's under pressure here. If they score here, you're thinking, boy, look at that error that I made back then.
David floats it in the area. He'll get another opportunity here. David with a shot.
Bobbled by the goalkeeper, but he recovers quickly. And Raymond bobbled it initially, but he tidied up himself quickly.
Holder. Him winning that tackle out, and then some good still there. Ball played across. It's going to be Joseph. Getting his passing game going there with Robertson. Rez.
Another intelligent ball. They have to watch the man coming in on that back post. Now that is something that we just saw at this end that we're not seeing on the far side. Because while the ball is on this side of the field, the man who's playing the wing on that left side can't be mashing the line still. So he has to come more center to be part of the play.
No, definitely the mark and cover, something that these youngsters will learn about. It falls to Trotman. Trotman was shot. Charge down here. Falls to George. Good work by by Myers. So still Myers. There's the interchange passes here. Aimed at Myers again. Oh, can he keep it in play?
He did.
So Myers here. Falls to Trotman.
That's good defense, constant defense. They're just lining up in the direction that the ball will likely be played.
Good work there by Christopher. And Myers, strong challenge there. It's been a battle within a battle there between those two. There Myers just hacked down on the far side.
And he might need some attention as well. But again, the game at least is still flowing. It hasn't like gone to sleep. It is still flowing. Both teams are trying their best within their whatever their system is, and in terms of how they want to get the balls in the back of the net. But at the moment, Carapichaima just seem to have settled a little bit better. They seem to be now finding the range of their passes a little bit better than the Chaguanas North team is.
Well, as they approach a halftime whistle here, I think Carapichaima will try to get back on even keel. They'll want to go in at the half at 2 apiece to start the second half fresh to look for that winner. They'll come themselves a bit unlucky in their 2 goals. The first one definitely mixed up there with the goalkeeper when he dropped the ball, and then the other one, a defensive header that went down and came back up on the player's hand to concede that penalty. So they'll count themselves unlucky to be behind in this one. They've definitely been able to control the pace of the game in terms of their possession play. But the Chaguanas North team, they've been able to hit quickly and often on the counter, and they've looked dangerous every time they've countered. Well, let's look at the delivery here as the free kick, the resulting free kick from the foul on Myers is about to be taken. Ball in the area. Easily handled there by goalkeeper Raymond. Trying to get Lewis going. But Joseph comes across at the back. Is he onside? Joseph continuing his run. Oh, it's in the box and definitely hit with it.
But it has to be said, I don't think that referee's assistant is in line with the play with the last defender, because he looked so far offside. No. It wasn't funny.
No, if you look at it, what is happening, the defender.
Long before that ball even got there. This is the one that was played, the first ball that was played.
We'll probably get a look at that. But what is happening, the number 4 is playing like a sweeper. So he's pulling off. When his line is one place and then he's pulling off by himself to sweep. So his line is not moving with him. So that's why it's appearing to be like that. You saw even on that ball, he was already pulling off like a sweeper. So he's playing as his line and then a sweeper. And that's why he's keeping him onside. Well, it's all to do here. Josiah Hippolyte, he'll have to put this one in the bag. It will be just what the doctor ordered for Carapichaima to go in at 2-all at the half. Let's see if he can write his name on the scorecard for another time. A great save there by Raymond. Hayden Raymond. He celebrates. He's not the biggest of goalkeepers.
But he guessed correctly.
Look at him. Catchable height for the keeper. And he read it all the way. Look at him celebrate. His teammates surround him. Definitely a great save there by the goalkeeper.
Is it going to be a retake now?
It seems to be a retake. It seems as he came off the line.
And he's pleading his case. He's saying all he did was dip his shoulder and then move. So now they got a second bite of the cherry.
So it's going to be a retake here. Well, they've changed the kicker. It's going to be Myers here.
Actually, not even Myers is going to take it. It just seems as Robertson is going to do this one now. Caden Thomas Robertson.
And he saved it again.
But he scores the rebound.
But Robertson gets the rebound. Me. So he puts his team level. Let's look at it again. Great save by Raymond. But it fell kindly for Caden Thomas Robertson. His team is able to celebrate. Oh, how unlucky for young Aidan Raymond. And that's the halftime whistle. So at the half in this one, Chaguanas no 2, Carapichaima 2. What a half we had.
It's almost like but you can see both teams making errors and are being punished for those errors, because even though the goalkeeper made the save, where were the defenders? You know, when he made that shot, there was nobody around the rebound. There was nobody close by. And the rule is, from the time the man takes the kick, some of the defenders at least have to go in there to try to block it. If he blocks it, make the save, make the clearance, just to get it out of harm's way. They failed to do that, and he was able to capitalize on it.
Well, this one promised to be a cracker, and it has delivered thus far. Earlier on, the ball across, keeper Nikolai Rivers dropping it into the goalpost, and Chaguanas North was on their way. But before they had time to truly celebrate, it was Hippolyte with a 10-inning run, a cool finish, and it was one apiece. Then a bit of an unfortunate penalty call, and the captain Levan David putting his team up 2-1. There was going to be drama. There we saw good saving by the goalkeeper. His defense let him down, but able to slot it back home, Caden Thomas Robertson. So that's the score at the halftime whistle. We're going to the break. When we come back, we're going to have more in the second half.
Welcome back to the Otto Bolden Stadium, a buzzing Otto Bolden Stadium, I might add, because the fans have had a real treat in the first half, and they're probably brimming with expectations for more of the same in the second.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, Ruskin, it was a match against the two best teams in Central. It started off with the keeper for the Carapichaima East team, Nikolai Rivers, you know, just having an error earlier on, and it really gifted a first goal to the Chaguanas North team. But then they were able to hit back Carapichaima East through Josiah Hippolyte as he equalized for his team. Then, not too long after, a ball was played into the box. Isaiah Joseph, number 6, the defender for Carapichaima, just heading down, and the ball coming off his hand. A penalty was awarded, and stepping up to take it was the captain, Levan David, as we see two substitutions about to be made by the Chaguanas North team. Number 6, he joins the fray. That's
Tyreek Joseph is the one who is out.
So coming in there is Christian Richards for Chaguanas North, and the number 12, oh, not the number 15. So it's coming in for Chaguanas North. We have
Christian
Richards and Nakosi Fonset. So they join the fray here in the second half.
And there's the whistle to get us on our way, and immediately they decide to do a similar thing, which is get the ball up into the opponent's half of the field quickly and let them contest things up there. So it's as you were, so to speak. Let's see if you could take a dose of your own medicine, and we're going to try to get the ball up quickly and then start to build from right there, which is exactly what they're doing, because they get the ball back deep in the Chaguanas North half of the field.
Lewis, he's been dangerous. That's a beautiful ball. George putting on the afterburner. George with the ball across the face of the goal. Raymond! His heavy touch, just putting it into a bit of a safety zone, but it's still not cleared.
And now it's going to be a corner kick.
No, it's going to be a goal kick.
It plays as a goal kick.
Yeah, coming across and seeing that it was going to be a goal kick, he just allowed it to drop there. That's goalkeeper Nikolai Rivers. So if you're just joining us, you're watching the Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools Coca-Cola Intercol finals of the Central Zone. Chaguanas North, they are in black. The scores 2 goals apiece between themselves and Carapichaima. As we see Carapichaima looking to come forward here. Myers. Trotman trying to exchange passes, but remember this side of the field a bit heavy. It's Lewis. Oh, that's a beautiful touch there. Joseph comes across though, and he just makes himself big, able just to screen off the ball, and then he makes a pass to Christopher. That's some beautiful interpassing and dragging down the player. He's definitely going to find himself in the referee's book.
Yeah,
is Benjamin.
He certainly did that, because he went for the early tackle and he missed out, and then he had no choice but to try to pull his man back, and now he has to be very cautious, having been booked by the referee.
So we see Emmanuel Christopher to take this free kick. It's in his own half of the field. Headed on. The captain just comes across and clears it out.
And again, you could see him playing with his right foot, and because that's his stronger foot, that's his more short foot. But a ball like that, you want to hit it with your left, to hit it upfield, because the ball stays in your half when you just give away a throw like that.
Lewis. He was up against Joseph. Joseph able to do enough, and then Christopher just bangs it upfield. Lewis again. he's been the center point of all the attacks from Chaguanas North. This is going to be dangerous. Oh, just diving in there. A striker's challenge there, really, by Ipodit.
Once the ball moves, it's tough for the defenders to move as well, especially when it's moved that late by the man in control of the ball. And but again, you can just see the effort now. Players are really operating as a result. People just, they say tackle hard, so guys are tackling hard.
Well, 40 plus minutes to the fine at the side. I hear the ball played through. Joseph, he just clears it out. So it's gonna be a corner here. You notice something though, that Justin Lewis, he's definitely almost all by himself applying enormous pressure to that Carapichaima back line. Every time he picks it up, it seems like something is going to happen. George with the ball across. Lewis.
They got in each other's way there. A little communication, but somebody had to hit there.
Definitely. Bruce.
Again, both men were eyeing the ball there, but somebody had to get the shot off. And in the end, they just kind of watched each other, and eventually was taken away.
And it's just thrown out. It's going to be a goal kick. Real excitement here at the Otto Bolden Stadium. The fans, they've come out totally supporting their teammates. The respective schools here. Rivers. Rez. Holder. Preamble hit it. Ah, good work there by Lewis. Justin Lewis is away here. Raymond. Aaron Raymond, that is. And then it's just cleared out there by David, coming back. Tyrese David. So the only thing I have against Lewis is that he's not getting that shot off. He turned his man skillfully there as we look at the action.
Finish the job.
Yeah. You could never know what a deflection could happen. Something could happen in the area. But after he does all the good work, he just doesn't get that shot off. But it's Carapichaima unable to clear their lines here. It falls to Trotman. Still, they can't clear it. And then it falls harmlessly to Benjamin, who puts it back into the danger area. Myers, this can't be dangerous because he's a very tricky customer. The ball is played through. And David trying to do too much there. So David with the opportunity again against him as well. He did not get a shot off, and it was able to be charged down.
And you see, he wants to, both of them want it perfectly, but you're not going to get it perfectly on this surface. So you're going to have to make do with what you get and just try to get the shot off.
So the defender, Isaiah Joseph, he could easily curl it around the wall, up and over. Let's look at the delivery.
Went over at the bar. It never came down.
So it went up and over, but up and over everything.
Yep. And again, I think he was trying to, normally he would go for power. So he was kind of caught in two minds there, whether I should try to blast it. But what he should do is hit it, but hit it with a little bend and try and see if he could fool the goalkeeper with that.
George, falls to Raymond, Aaron Raymond. Trying to get George going, but Christopher is going to get there first.
But that is, I suppose that's the plan, that's the approach that the coach wants, because you realize he's pure left and the other one is pure right. So they're not really seeing much of the grass in here. They're parading in this line, this channel here all the time, both on this side and on that side of the goal.
So that ball just headed clear there by Caden Thomas Robertson. Myers. Good strong challenge. But the referee said an illegal one by the substitute, Christian Richards. Poorly taken free kick. But then it's just knocked upfield. Rivers able to claim. He's asking his players questions, probably looking for movement, and then he bangs it upfield. Strong header by the captain, Lewis. He's just dragged there by Keaton Thomas Robertson. So Lewis, he's always tricky. Standing over this one, we see Aaron Raymond. With that sort of run-up he's taking there, he's going to go for goal. Shot from distance!
Nice save.
Well handled there by Nikolai Rivers. As cool as a cucumber. That ball was traveling there. Ruskin.
Yeah, and he decided to save it. He didn't try to push it. He decided to save it. And that is what made it look so good in the end.
Richards with a shot from distance here, Christian Richards. So they're probably thinking that Rivers, he's a bit of a suspect, so they're shooting from distance.
Well, whether he's a suspect or not, that's the smart thing to do, is to get the shots on target. You're never not quite sure what is going to happen with the goalkeeper. He might be covering it quite well, and then the ball hits and jumps or skids, does something unusual, and before you know, you have a goal.
Trotman. Skillful work by Trotman here. He put it. Looking for a return pass to Trotman. But then Raymond comes out. Eden Raymond, he's been good for his team, solid at the back.
That's good goalkeeping, because he sensed the danger, because remember his defenders were turned facing him and not knowing where the attacker was.
Ball played out. David. Tyrese David. But he just gives it away. The fans calling his name. They want him to do something special.
And again, the game right now is at that stage where one goal might very well be the difference in for these two teams. So it's who gets that goal. Now, there's been a lot of huffing and puffing at both ends, but let's see who could get it in the back of the net.
Well, Hippolyte looking to be that man to get in the back of the net. His shot charged down and then cleared upfield, but straight to green jersey, Christopher.
All the time. Two things happen. It takes a lot out of you to do that consistently.
Hippolyte showing skill and composure, but he gives it away to the dangerous Lewis. No call there by the referee. Rez winning out for his team. He's got David. Tyrese David here. He's up against Michael Himley. Blows past Himley. Strong challenge there, the captain coming across. And he gets it. And
he stays down though. He's really hurt now.
Yeah, he was limping before.
Yep, probably give his last bit of effort there.
That's Levan David, the skipper. He's been impressive for his team. Strong challenge. But even before that challenge, he was on the ground, and you see he's putting up his hand. When a player puts up his hand in that manner and collapse, you've got to look at the substitute bench. You've definitely, he's not going to continue.
So again, the game is just so delicately balanced right now. Both teams are creating opportunities, and or at least close enough, to getting close enough at goal that they could probably finish off one of those moves and get the go-ahead goal in this game.
Well, it's been a very open affair, this one. The scoreline indicates it 2 apiece, and there's been numerous opportunities on both ends of the pitch. You're seeing people getting into dangerous position, just not finishing off their opportunities. So it's been a game that has been played at a frenetic pace in terms of attacking in ways, but he's up. Always good to see. He hobbles to the sideline. Referee Cecile Hines just ensuring that all is well with the player. Safety first at all times.
Especially at this age, you want to make absolutely certain that you give them every opportunity to recover, and don't take it for granted that they will they'll be okay if they just run it out. So you make sure they get the proper treatment, and then they get the chance to come back into the game.
So it's Raymond Eden this time. It was aimed at Aaron. There's a ball across here. David. Tyrese David. Still David.
Trying to do too much. He just found himself in a bit of a tangle there. In two minds. He looked like he wanted to cross. He felt the defender was going to block it, so he continued his dribble. But in reality, just get the cross in. Get it low and hard and see who is at the back post there to put it in. Like I said, on a surface like this, a defender touching the ball could score it for you.
Well, you see jogging back on the captain. That'll be good news for Chaguanas North. Levan David, the number 4. But it's going to be a free kick here. He put it. Richards striding forward. Ball played through to Lewis.
He just pushed his man off.
Just calling him for the infringement. And you see one of another.
He's back down again.
Yep. It's not the skipper this time.
Another player down on that side.
Yeah, it seems to be Michael Himley. That's the wing back. The ball was just pinning around, and a shot, a deflected, just hitting him probably in the middle area. And the physio, he has a lot of work to do for Chaguanas North. His players has been through the walls. But it doesn't seem to be. No, so getting up, it's the number 14, Darius Bruce.
Got hit in that part where nobody wants to get hit.
The unmentionables. Mm-hmm. We call it the unspeakables.
You see how lucky cricketers are?
Yeah.
They have protection there.
Yeah. So just a little lull in the play thus far in this one. It's been a game that's been full of excitement, full of energy. But as we just go past the hour mark with just about 62 minutes, as we approach 63 minutes gone in this one. Chaguanas North 2, Carapichaima East 2. It's the Tiger Tanks Secondary Schools Intercol action. The Central Zone final. Bit of a miskick there by Raymond. And just cleared out there. And then he hobbles after kicking. So Levan David, he's soldiering on here, leading his team. But you're seeing he's a wounded soldier.
That's the thing. You can't play hurt. You could play hurt rather, but you can't play injured. And that's my mantra, because in the end you're probably going to cost your team. Because he might have to sit back and like I say, play everybody on side, or he might put in a tackle that he don't need to tackle, or he can't reach with the tackle and give away a penalty or something like that. So it's a kind of a double-edged sword you're dealing with here, in terms of playing a player like that who you could see is noticeably hobbled, but he's a captain, so he wants to be the hero, but he could also cost his team if he's not careful.
There with the smart turn, but he just running out of real estate was a Hippolyte. Josiah Hippolyte. So the game just, getting a bit slower, as
fatigue. When that lactic acid builds up, you can't run. You're running, but you're not moving. So you have to be very careful.
Outfield will not help them. So when this game looked like it was going to be filled with goals, it seems like one more goal is going to be the deciding factor here.
It may still have plenty goals. The thing is, though, is that the players have to be a little more concentrated now and try to finish what they start. We've seen on both ends players getting into good position. We've seen Lewis on a couple of occasions, and we've also seen both Hippolyte and also Myers getting up but not able to finish.
Ball across, and he punches it up, and over there, taking no chance was Aidan Raymond. It seemed to be a harmless cross. It was David there.
Actually, it was a brilliant cross, and the goalkeeper had to make a decision there quickly. He couldn't allow it to go past him because he wasn't sure if it was going to fall in the back about the back post. So he had to get after it. He fisted it well away.
Ball headed there across by Trotman. George trying to get Lewis going, but Joseph is there, and then they can knock that ball from the back. Rez on the overlap. Here is Hula, but across is Michael Himley. Himley has been solid at that right back position for his team. He's
smart. He's doing the smart thing. He's almost baiting them to make the pass, and every time they make it down the line, he's just going there and cleaning up.
Oh, he's lost out here though, but he did enough to put off Hippolyte, so it's going to be a goal kick. So he's definitely been playing an intelligent brand of defense there, Michael Himley.
The thing though, what he has to be careful of, and you see he almost got turned around on that occasion because he's so right-footed. He wants to hit everything up the field with the right foot, and that's what I'm saying. Sometimes they just need to make a clearance with the left leg and get it away from the danger zone, because he almost got caught there because he was trying to turn and clear. But they don't like to play with the left foot, the non-kicking foot, so to speak, the weaker leg. And but sometimes all it takes is just a little fan and get it away from the danger zone.
Well, he's up against David here again in a battle within a battle. David with the Myers.
Myers is off. He's probably spent.
And coming on, number 16, Edwards. Emmanuel Edwards replaces Myers.
In the meantime, the ball goes out again. So it's going to be another throw-in for Carapichaima. So 2-all the scoreline here. Chaguanas North against Carapichaima East. Who wants it? That's the idea here, is who wants it the most probably is going to get it when it's all said and done. But right now it's level pegging. 2 goals each. And a lot of huffing and puffing.
The skipper just bangs it upfield. Here on Raymond. He showed that he can hit the ball. Here's it, Raymond into the area. But across and doing the defensive duties there was Andrews. And it's going to be a corner.
Eben Andrews there always had the inside line. He did well. He didn't wait. He didn't try to run in too much. He just waited until he overpushed the ball. Give himself a chance. You could see his big long legs just kind of gobbling up the turf and getting into position here.
George. Floats this one into the area. What a position to give away. A free kick there. Winning that free kick for his team was Richards.
Christian Richards has had a good game since he's come on, and he's been there around the ball a lot. And maybe this is the opportunity now for them to really take advantage and take the lead once again.
So it's going to be Nathan George. This free kick in a very tricky position.
Only one person must be touching this ball. It must be George.
Yes, definitely.
You don't even need assistance from anybody else unless it takes a deflection from the wall and wrong foots the goalkeeper.
Well, he's got some advice there from Christian Richards, but it's going to be Nathan George. Can he write his name into the history books?
He tries, but the goalkeeper saves it.
Very good hands shown there by Nikolai Rivers. On this slippery surface, he held that shot. And David, strong challenge. Himley, Michael Himley, he's definitely been winning those battles up against David there. And we have another look at the free kick here from George. That ball was traveling.
It was on target too, and the goalkeeper did well to save it. rather than try to push it over the bar. But again, Gordon, you see the same problems that we're talking about on this end. We're seeing it on the other end as well, because he's insisting, David, on going past his man on that side. There's a chance now, a good opportunity, but once more the goalkeeper is there, and he snuffs out the challenge quickly.
A brave challenge there by Raymond. The two Carapichaima defenders getting their wires crossed and then unable to clear here. We know that George is always going to go for a run. He's a very one-dimensional player.
Yeah,
this evening he's
keeps
playing
going.
one-dimensional.
Yeah, keeps going down that left-hand side, and the defenders are onto him now. So he needs to change it up a little bit for them, or get the cross in one time. Don't even wait. Just hit it.
Check one. Benjamin. Call for that infringement there. He's a bit shocked.
Guy Thomas Robertson there, coming on and trying his best to get involved in the play as well. So it's really just, they're getting close, but it's like close but not close enough. And when you notice, most times it's just an error on the part of one of the players that denying them that opportunity to really finish.
In fact, it wasn't Hippolyte. It was number 16. That's Edwards. He was trying to find Hippolyte, but he finds him here. The early ball across. But he's deemed to be offside. A very, very close call there by
Emmanuel Edwards was the man who just came on the substitute. He almost got a boot in there. You know what he was offside by? You remember the opening goal? By a foot?
By a foot.
By a foot.
Yeah.
That's exactly what he was offside by there.
Look at it here again. The ball played into Hippolyte. He just went straight outside. Very, very good call there by Melissa Nicholas, the AR1 here nearest us. Young lady from the Moruga side, that part of the country. Ball play through.
I'm surprised the goalkeeper hasn't come yet, because...
Well, he came, and here's Hippolyte. Enter in action here. And the captain putting in the last-ditch tackle.
There might have been an infringement before that, though, so I wouldn't be surprised if the referee blew for an infringement.
Yeah, there was some pulling taking place. Yep. Yeah, you saw the pulling there by the number 6 player, that's Christian Richards. So referee Cecile Hines just calling it back. This refereeing team, a very competent refereeing team. So it's going to be Andrews. Ball into the area. He went for the spectacular there, David. Referee Cecil Hines was right on spot and deemed him to have infringed on that's Michael Kimley. He's gone down and stayed down.
And again, he might have just been, just as he was about to make contact with the ball, his legs seemed to be clipped under him, and he probably fell a little bit awkwardly. You see him trying to get up there, but I don't think he's too keen on getting up right now.
Well, these Chaguanas North players, they've been through the wars here this evening, this afternoon. Let's see what kind of treatment is being applied. So it could be an impact injury. It doesn't seem to be one a stretch or strain. So it probably is an impact injury on the lower calf.
Probably cramps too. Yeah.
If it was cramps, it would be a different stretch. He would have definitely put him on his back and put up his legs and pull back the toes. So it's not cramp. It's probably an impact injury. He was kicked when David went for the spectacular. Well, he's beginning to move. That's always a good sign. You want to see that your players moving. Yeah, he's helped his feet and he healed himself. He's a very important part of this back line here for this Chaguanas North team. He's definitely win most of his battles up against Josiah Hislop. So they'll want him to return and return quickly. Referee Cecile Hines just having a look at her watch. Just under 15 minutes, probably about 14 minutes plus whatever time would be added on. is left in this one.
I think for the time being, Christian Richards, I think, assumes that position at right back.
And here comes David almost immediately. The early ball in. Good defensive header. Strong challenge there by Hippolyte. Hippolyte blows past his man, the ball across. Easily handled there by goalkeeper Aidan Raymond.
He did a smart thing. He didn't overcommit. He just waited for the cross to come, and then it was much too close to him.
Hippolyte here trying to be cheeky, but the captain just putting it out. So it's
that's the play I was talking about. Instead of trying to play with your right foot, just use the weaker leg and get it away from the danger zone as quickly as possible. And this occasion, he just rolled it because he's injured. He doesn't want to swing too hard because he might pull something and not be able to continue.
Christopher. Still Christopher. Oh. Well, he gets a call. Bailed out a bit by the ref.
I thought it was going the other way.
6-1, half of that's not the other. 50-50 call. Cecile Hines, she's closer than any one of us. But it definitely, it was a 50-50 call. It's going to be Hippolyte though. He stands over this one. He's going to take this with the right boot. So he's definitely going to be looking for the big guys to come out from the back. I don't think he'll go straight for goal here.
He could.
Not with his right boot. Then he curls it across. And George, we know what he's going to do.
He's just holding the line. He's yet to come off the line. You know, and he just needs to try something differently.
Fonset though. Fonset finds Richards. Richards finds Lewis. Let's just give him away. Lewis, he's waltzed in and around the area. Quite impressive, Lewis. He's just not been doing his best work close to the
goal.
Yeah, the goal area.
And we have a player down. He stayed down after that challenge.
Yeah, staying down is Josiah Hippolyte.
But you see the difference between the two wingers. Over on this side, we have George trying to still go down the left hand, go outside. And on the other side, we've seen David sending the crosses in early, even though he isn't running. Once he gets room, he's producing the cross. He's not even waiting to run down the flanks of the field. You don't always have to make the cross from the byline. You can make the cross from deep. Just put it in the area behind the defenders. Allow your attackers to run onto the ball as well.
What happened with these two? You're talking about the two left wingers on
the opposing teams, yeah.
But what happens, David? David is a right footer, so he likes to cut it back inside and cross. While George is a left footer, so his strongest area or sweet is to get down the line. Of course, he could cut inside, and
he could still turn upfield again, because by that time the defender will be turned around now, looking for you. Well, not sure where you are, because you get so used to going one way.
Fonset, he finds Lewis though. Lewis always willing to just control that ball. George trying to get a 1-2 going there with Richards, but that ball is just banged upfield. Ball staying in play there. Benjamin. Fonset trying to thread the needle. Skipping past the challenge there was Joseph. Bit of a mix-up. Trotman with a shot.
Again, the idea was good. He just didn't get it down. Again, because they're putting so much power on the shot, they tend to want to hit it so hard that all you really need sometimes is just solid contact. Doesn't have to be the hardest shot. Just get it on target, get it between the uprights, let the goalkeeper decide if he wants to save it or not.
So with 80 minutes gone in this one, just about 9 minutes plus whatever added on time by the referee. The scores 2 apiece in this one. Remember, if the scores are tied at the end of full time, the game will be decided with kicks from the penalty mark.
Raymond still doing his work on that far side. Can he get the cross in now? That's a good cross. They need a shot though, and it doesn't come. Not for the first time.
David, he switched side the early ball. And
that's Hemley.
handling the ball there.
Hemley's back on the field.
Yeah, he went down, and then the ball just tangling up on his hand. It's going to be a free kick in a very, very interesting position. Rez walks in with the ball. Yeah, but I was going to say that it's going to be Hippolyte. But it seems to be Rez.
Well, Hippolyte waved him off.
Hippolyte has already gotten his name on the scorecard once here this afternoon.
And denied once with a penalty as well. So he must feel that he has some making up to do here. Will Raymond deny him a second time?
Raymond competently holds on. He went up over the wall, was coming back down, it was on target. But well positioned there was Aidan Raymond. David, a strong challenge. He had to be on time there. David. Thomas Robertson, bit of a heavy touch. Oh, strong challenge there by Bruce. Holder. But Raymond wins out. Aaron Raymond shrugs off the challenges. But then across comes the big defender Andrews.
He held his ground. He didn't commit. He just waited, let the attacker do all the simmy-dimmy, and then he just calmly took it away from him. Played it into touch. Danger averted, at least for the moment, because they have to now defend this corner kick.
Nathan George across to take this corner. He's going to be taking it with the left boot. He's going to be culling in. The big guys from the back have loaded into the area. Ball floated up. Comes and punches there. Rivers. And the early ball out to David. Skips past one challenge. But coming across and putting in the crunching final tackle, Christian Richards.
I think his groin is gone. And that's part of the reason why you're not seeing him running as much as he normally would. Because he's intelligently just getting rid of the ball. He's not trying to do too much with it once he has it.
There he is again. Looking to go for a run. The early ball. Good work there by Bruce. Chips it forward, trying to. Oh, it falls to George. Oh, he's just straight offside. George just string offside. Millimeters. No, in fact, it was more than millimeters. Comfortably offside. I think he expected the defender to get contact with that ball.
And I would like to see him, even though this was an offside, but once you make that first touch forward, don't go down the line again, go towards the goal. You know, so you give yourself both sides of the goal to score. More often than not, the defender would then be at your back. He can't even touch you because you're cutting right across in front of him.
A strong challenge there by Hula. In fact,
that's what I'm saying. It had to be.
Yeah, no. We were both in amazement, but quickly correcting herself.
Yeah, Lewis got bundled over there. He almost got wiped out.
Yeah, it was a strong challenge by Holder. 50-50 ball, to be honest. But he came in.
He got head-butted in his lower back.
Well, they've been committed to every challenge. As we see a substitution about to be made again for that Chaguanas. Being withdrawn is Nathan George, and coming in Zidane James. Zidane James, sorry.
But he doesn't have much time to get his work done, but he just needs to maybe just make one good pass and see if he can be the man that really opens this game up for Chaguanas North here. They're still in the game, although we've seen Carapichaima enjoy the better of the exchanges in the second half, but who knows, maybe he's a substitute who could come and really be the hero for any of the two teams.
Well, it's all about goals in the Intercol. The beauty of the Intercol game, you can possess the ball all you want. At the end of the day, you've got to be leading on the one important stat. That's goals scored. Raymond has just been ushered off the ball there by Andrews. Andrews been good for his team at the back. He's shown good composure as a centre half.
You see, and that's the difference. George on this side was going to fire that cross in one time. He's not going to wait for the defender. As soon as he gets kicking room, the cross is gone. Like I said, I just think he's carrying a groin injury of some sort.
Oh, that's David. Yeah, David. Number 7.
Yep.
Yeah, he is getting in the thick of things. He put it there. Also getting tangled up. Richards. Strong challenge there by Thomas Robertson. Not much more time left in this one, just about 2.5 minutes left.
You realize that there are two Thomas Robertson, one on each team. But it's Kai and Caden.
Didn't realize that?
The referee just trying to make certain that the ball is thrown from the correct spot.
Ball going out there off of Lewis. It's going to be a throwing here for the Carapichaima team. So it's going to be corner.
A throw-in.
Or is it
a throw-in? It is a throw-in, I think. If it was a free kick, it would have been going the other way. So it has to be a throw-in.
Bruce. Holder. Rez. Kimley has been solid.
Problems.
Cleared out.
Rivers did well. Yep.
It's been aimed here at David. Tyrese David. Definitely something is holding him back.
Yep. I think he might have pulled his groin and he's just playing through the pain right now.
Because that was a bit of a nutting ball there. It was not much of a shot, not much of a cross.
Normally he would run with that, at least commit the last stopper. But its time is winding down here, regulation time that is. We have another player limping just on the sideline.
Yeah, that's the wing back, Christopher.
4 minutes of added on time.
So 4 minutes.
Did you see the referee play 14 minutes of added on time in the England game this morning and then 10 minutes in the second half?
Yeah, it was definitely. But to be fair to them, there were injuries. There were the injury to the Iranian keeper. I
was having a laugh. I said it was Brazilian like to see football. So he said, play on, keep playing, score goals.
Well, this game could do it a goal now.
Yep.
But it's cleared out.
And you think back to the first half when there were so many chances that weren't taken. But give both goalkeepers credit. Remember, they saved some what looked like certain goals. They prevented them. Think of the double save from Rivers and, on another occasion. So they had their chances in that first half. It just didn't materialize for them. And here we are now. No goals in the second half so far. And we're still crying out for a goal.
Yeah, well, both keepers, they've been good for their teams. Of course, Nikolai Rivers, he had the blunder early on. But can he move from villain to hero? Because this one seems to be heading to kicks from the penalty mark to separate these two teams.
And you don't want to be playing with the ball in the middle of the park like that. Just get it off to the upfield, and that's where they could do most of their damage here now. Get it up there. Keep it away from your goal. Even if you don't score, they mustn't score when you see time, when you're playing an added on time.
There, that ball across and just cleared out there by Holder. So Chaguanas North looking like they are finishing the stronger here. Remember, momentum in sport, as in life, so very important. So they want to finish strongest, even though they may not get a goal. They'll want to finish on a high.
I thought Hemley was going to make a long throw.
Goes down.
And in falling down, he just got a deflection. That might prove crucial here.
Just flushes wide. So it seems like this one is going to be decided with kicks from the penalty mark. Goalkeeper Nikolai Rivers. Ball just going out of play. Rez just committing that infringement. Himley, he's been very good for his team, Michael Himley.
Does he have the legs now to produce a cross from that deep into the area?
Strong defensive header. Rez sticking to his task. Raymond trying to be cheeky. Still Raymond. No call by the referee. Yeah, finally the call comes.
Eventually it had to come because the first foul took him down. And another yellow card.
Yeah, finding himself in the referee's book. There is the substitute, Ethan Trotman. Well, not much more time left in this one. Himley was going to take it, but he's been removed from that duty, and Jaquan Benjamin to deliver here. The big guys from the back, they've loaded the area. Is this the last kick in the game? Can we get a decider?
You look like he's going home with it.
Shot from distance, and it's pushed over there by Rivers.
And now he's cramping up now. Well, this is not what you want with penalties looming.
Let's look at a shot. It was a good save. It was heading into the top corner. And then on landing on impact. So you don't want him cramping up here. Now, what is so important here is the treatment. You know, a lot of physios, inexperienced physios will run on and try to get that magic spray going, which is not going to do much besides numb the pain, but it's not going to help with the movement of the muscles. What you need to do here is get fluids into the young man. You also need to get some salt, a salt prune, if you have.
But they haven't even given him some water.
A banana. Yeah, normally when you get cramp, they come out and with the magic spray and apply.
It looked like that's what he's reaching for, but he needs to get him something to drink first up.
Definitely, you need to get the fluid in. All right, no, but he's putting something in his mouth, so he's salt prune. So he knows what he's doing. He's giving him the salt prune. and then you'll get some water, and then you could continue. So the physio knows what he's doing.
Now he's going to give him
Yeah.
even more, maybe a spray now.
Yeah, now you'll get a spray.
Just to numb it.
Yeah, the spray is just for the pain. But a lot of times when physios and experienced physios, they deal with the pain factor. So they get out and try to get the spray going.
They deal with the pain on the outside, not on the inside.
Yeah. And it's really a muscle function. Cramp is really a muscle function. Or body muscle not functioning properly. Yeah. It's not really about pain. Put a C. But it's very painful. Make no mistake.
It's a spike. It's like it.
It can wake you up in the night.
Tell me about that. I've had so many of those. They're so funny. So we played the 4 minutes of added on time.
Yeah, so
and
probably the last kick of the game here. Nikolai Rivers. Let's look at this delivery here.
Blocked, and that's a great block because that was heading towards goal. This time he bubbles it. It just comes back and it's saved on the line by the defender. And that basically would have been heartbreak there for Carapichaima.
The captain, Lee Von David, with a chance to be a hero. With the keeper making a mistake in the last minute of the game, as he did earlier on. Look at it here again. He came, he bundled it. The captain there of Chaguanas North, Lee Van David, with the header, he pongs the ground. The whistle has blown. So this one will be decided with kicks from the penalty mark. Ruskin.
I don't even know which goalkeeper to favor now because normally you would think Rivers, because of the way he's flexible, you feel he should be the one in charge here. But spare thought for Raymond, who has done very well. He doesn't look like he could dominate, but he has been very efficient in goal. So it's good to be seen, and he already saved a penalty. So his confidence must be pretty high indeed. So it's left up to these two now to determine who will do what is what. There's the first goal. The ball played in, and this was Rivers' first blunder. He basically gifted Chaguanas North a goal. And then at the other end, a brilliant finish once more from Hippolyte to even things after just 12 minutes. And but now a penalty converted by Levan, and then again another penalty, this one on the rebound, and this one, folks, was the second kick. This was the re-kick that was eventually put away. The first one was saved brilliantly by Raymond, and then the other one eventually went out indeed. So at the end of 90 pulsating minutes, it's Carapichaima 2, Chaguanas North 2. Welcome back to the Addo Bolden Stadium, where we just had the full 90 minutes plus of added on time, and now we're getting ready for kicks from the penalty mark, where this game is going to be decided one way or the other. Not too many people like this too much, Gordon, the kicks from the penalty mark, but it's one of the ways to determine an outcome.
Well, it's a bit of a lottery, you know, but it's one of the ways that you have to separate these two teams. We're seeing that in the next World Cup, that group games are going to be decided with extra time. So people want to see more action, but for now, it's all about kicks from the penalty mark. On his knees, we have Aidan Raymond. He's already blocked 2 penalties, a penalty and a retake that he blocked and then was put into the back of the net. And then the other goalkeeper there, Nikolai Rivers, the captain of the Carapichaima East team. He's going to go in goal here, as he's going to take the very first. He's up to defend against the very first penalty. And we see striding out.
Is that the captain going forward there, Levan David?
Well, Levan David, he seemed to have a bit of an injury during the ordinary time. So it'll be interesting to see how he takes his first kick. It's captain up against captain. He seems confident there as he strides out.
He beat him once before, so he obviously feels he could do it again.
Well, it was an excellently taken penalty when he had this opportunity. But remember, during the game, he would have picked up a sort of an injury. So let's see what's going to be the result here. He stands over the ball.
And he repeats the dose. Again, he went high away from the goalkeeper, and again the goalkeeper went the wrong direction. He was leaning to his right and the ball played to his left.
It was almost an instant replay of the first penalty he took. Just about the same height, the same direction, of course. Then he was kicking into the southern goal. Now he's kicking into the northern goal. So look at it again. David, as the Tassa drummers gets alive in the stand.
That's the substitute Trotman.
So Ethan Trotman going to take this one. He's up against Aidan Raymond. Raymond has already had 2 blocks to his name. You see he's starting from deep inside the penalty area, just to ensure that he does not, if he take a step forward, he'll be not stepping off the line. Trotman up against Raymond.
Will Trotman go to his right or to his left?
Well taken there, Trotman.
So that's the change up, because the other 2 kicks that he saved were both going to his left. So they obviously felt maybe we should change this up a little bit, see if he could save going to his right as well.
I don't think this had anything to do with change up. I think they just said, let's get it away from Raymond. Raymond, not the biggest of goalkeepers, and also he packs he's a very solid figure, a bit of the short side. So I think anything away from him is going to be a goal. But here comes Justin Lewis. He's been impressive throughout the game. The only thing against him would be not getting the ball into the back of the net.
But he has a chance now to keep the score rolling here for Chaguanas North. More of the same, 2-1.
Rivers choosing the wrong side. He claps to the adoring fans here. The Intercol action. Everyone is at the edge of their seats.
Now picture this, like I said, all the goals that have been scored on Rivers, he's been going to his right, the balls have been placed to his left. In the case of Raymond, the 2 saves he made, he was going to his left. The one that scored against him was placed to his right. In the goalkeeper's mind now, does he change it now and go to his right and see if the kickers will still try to go in that direction?
Well, it's Emmanuel Christopher who's going to have the opportunity to answer that question for us. And this
Straight down Main Street.
So he puts it open. So it's tied at 2 penalties apiece here. Captain Rivers, can he summon up something special?
Aaron Raymond now.
Raymond has been a thorn in the side of the Carapichaima East defense all evening long. He'll hope that his good run of form continues with a goal here. He's up against Rivers. Raymond versus Rivers.
And they continue to go to his left side. So they recognize that they're having success there. And they're forcing him to have to try to do something differently. But that makes it 3-1, 3-2 now.
That ball went pretty close. I think he got pretty close to it. He went on that side at this time. It just seemed to pass under him. As we see walking out to take this one for the Carapichaima East team, Caden Thomas Robertson. So Caden Thomas Robertson to take this one. Just respotting his ball. The experienced Cecil Hines just standing over.
And there he is.
A massive save.
Well, here's the thing now. He was off the line a lot further than he was when they had the re-kick during regulation.
Definitely.
He was so far forward this time that he...
Look at this one. Poetic justice. But he's coming from deep inside the goal.
Yep.
No, he's definitely when the ball was kicked,
he was
now
on match the line and coming forward.
Yeah, he was coming forward.
Which is the same thing he did in the during the game. But the way he ended up, he was punished for that. The referee assistant who was in that same position spoke to the referee, and they had the order to re-kick.
Massive save there by Aidan Raymond. Can Nicholas Rivers match that save? He's up against the substitute Christian Richards, which is looking around. Rivers against Richards. Christian Richards. And he puts it home.
And again, that is the change up. This time they decide to go to his right, but it's a left-footed kicker who was taking it. So the goalkeeper is guessing, in his mind he's thinking, boy, everything is beating me on my left. Let me at least go to my left and see what happens. But he got beaten there again.
Well, Hippolyte will have to score here to keep his team just in it. If he misses,
that's it.
The celebration is going to start here for the Chaguanas North team. Aidan Raymond has already blocked him in a penalty matchup.
Does he change it?
A lot going on in his head at this moment.
4-2 it is right now. A miss here.
He got past Raymond there. He blows kisses to the crowd.
And that keeps the action alive. So it's obviously an opportunity here now for the main man, Jacqueline Benjamin, to be the hero here. If he scores here, that's it. They would win because they would have scored 5. And even if Carapichaima kicks another one, it doesn't matter. So they won't even kick the other one. It will be 5. And the most that Carapichaima could get is 4. So it's 5-3, 4-3 right now. This to make it 5 and to seal the Central Zone title. And he's saved by the goalkeeper's legs. He was trying to go down Main Street, but he seemed to miskick the ball. I don't think he hit it as well as he wanted to. And a foot save by goalkeeper Rivers to keep his team in it.
Well, goalkeeper Rivers keeping things alive.
You can see him stretching to play the ball. He just mistimed everything there, and he really made it easy for the goalkeeper.
And you see Raymond saying that he was off the line.
So here is the main man trying now to do something. Tyrese David.
He'll have to score to keep his team in it.
And David scores, so that makes it 4 apiece.
So they're going to go into sudden death here.
What an event this is. Like, none of these teams, neither team wants to win this game. They keep giving each other chances and then taking it away. So now we have another opportunity here. Nikosi Fonset is the one stepping forward. Can he score here to keep this game alive for Chaguanas North? And he scores, so that puts the pressure right back on Carapichaima now to keep scoring. 5-4.
Yeah, it's come down to this. Striding out there, not looking very confident, the big defender, Eben Andrews. In fact, he comes out and then he goes back. And
so again, these are very, very tough moments. These are tense moments for the kickers, particularly because all eyes are on you. There's no place to hide. You are under the spotlight, so to speak, and everybody is keeping tabs on you. This is Kyle Holder now. So can Kyle Holder keep his team in here? Remember, we're in sudden death, so if he misses, that's it. There is no tomorrow.
So Kyle Holder, he's up against Raymond. Raymond has already showed that he can.
Those are not good signs. He's touching the ball, he's moving it. It's like he can't find the spot he wants.
Yeah.
And
signs of nerves.
Yep. And here he is now, cool, calm. And he scores. So that keeps us alive. It's 5 apiece.
So excitement galore here at the Otto Boldon Stadium. Striding up to take this one, Michael Hemley.
And he's had a pretty good game.
He's won all his battles at the right back position. Well, most of them. He'll have to win this one up against Nikolai Rivers.
So another thing, Rivers with a chance here now to be the hero for his team, or will Hemley keep it going for Chaguanas North? And he hits the ball. Or does he score it? It looked like it scores and came back out. Or he missed it.
No, he missed it. It comes off the
upright. It hit the post and came back out.
It comes off the upright.
He had the goalkeeper beaten, but it hit the woodwork and came back out.
Whoa.
And it clanked off a good piece of the woodwork too.
The post still shaking from that contact. And finally we see
Eben Andrews.
He was coming a while ago and was turned back. He's up against Eden Raymond.
So can he get the job done now? Remember, it's 5-5 but he could make it 6-5 in sudden death to win it. And he does. Brilliantly done indeed. And there goes Carapichaima. There goes celebrating because they have just beaten Chaguanas North as the kings of Central Zone Intercol, the Tiger Tanks Coca-Cola Intercol for 2022. Your champions, Carapichaima East Secondary.
Well, they've written their names into the history books. When it's all said and done, they can celebrate. The flags appear. The crowd and chants begin. The celebration is here at the Otto Bolden Stadium as Carapichaima East Secondary, they cap off things here with a win in the finals of the Central Zone. Ruskin, it was a nail biter here. And all in full time.
Both teams deserve a win. You know, sometimes you don't want a team to lose, but both teams deserve a win. But you always have to have a win, and that's why we have a penalty shootout, as we call it. And at the end of the day, it's who gets the ball in the back of the net the most, and they have every reason to celebrate because they're the ones who made it 6-5 on penalties in sudden death. And that man, Eden Andrews, is the hero.
Well, he's definitely been the hero. I think, though, for his team, after dropping the ball at the very early on in the first half, Nicholas Rivers, he'll definitely be putting his hand up to be called the man of the match. He came back into the game in the very last moment of a full time. He made a one-handed save to push the ball for a corner, and then in the shootout, he got his hand to one. The other one crashing off the uprights as they celebrate here at the Otto Bolden Stadium. A quick wrap up here as they get ready for the presentation. So we have the goals as we see Carapichaima celebrate.
And this is what you play for. This is what you dream of as a youngster. Think of those in the stands watching this. That is what they want to aspire to be doing at some point in the future. So we have the opening goal of this encounter. Again, Rivers with the blunder and a soft goal, literally, for Chaguanas North. And that came in the 6th minute of play. But then 6 minutes later, we all knotted at one apiece when Josiah Hippolyte made it 1-1. Then a penalty on 19 minutes. And the captain there, David, putting it away beautifully to make it 2-1. And then just when you thought things couldn't get there, there was the kick again. The first penalty was saved, but then the follow-up in the second one put away nicely. And there we are with the...
So Nikolai Rivers,
man of the match.
From villain to hero, he gets the man of the match award here as he collects from the Coca-Cola representative as well as the president of the Secondary Schools League, Marie Gonzalez. The Carapichaima team, they're excited here. Of course, first to come up will be the team that lost, Chaguanas North. No one likes to really come to collect those silver medals.
Nope. I think they should just do away with it and just give them all the medals in one so that they could distribute it in the locker room, because most of those players are probably in the dressing room by now anyway. It might just be a sprinkling of them who stayed out for the celebration.
Yeah, most times it's the people who were on the bench at the time who would come to collect medals there. But we see some discipline. We see the captain coming out from the dressing room. So he's leading his troops even in defeat, as we see him at the back of the line there. Well, someone has come out.
Second to last.
Second to last, as we see them just coming to collect there, collecting.
Yeah, I think he would probably collect the brunt of the medals for the rest of the crew. As if they haven't come back out, all of them.
Yeah, but they've called for them to come out, and there we see the captain collecting there, Levon, David. So the rest of the team just coming back out, showing great discipline, great sportsmanship here, Ruskin.
Well, I mean, remember, for all intents and purposes, this is really just an extracurricular activity. something else that you do at school, you know. So
well, they call it co-curricular now.
Yeah.
So even though it may seem to be something that we take lightly, a lot of people will be taking this as a career. There's PE in schools now, and of course the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Football League, it's really a nursery where we get to showcase the young talents coming through at all age groups. Remember to keep on viewing Tiger Sports International on YouTube for all your secondary schools football league information and games. A lot of silver medals have remained, but we're sure that they'll get to the rightful owners. As we
guys are probably crying in the dressing room right now.
Yeah, very emotional. You know how it is.
Yep, the medal is the last thing on their minds at the moment.
So we see the gold medals going to be given out, and first to come up to collect his own, the number 17, Keaton Thomas Robinson. He scored both a penalty in the shootout and in the ordinary time. David there, Therese David, collecting his own, as well as Kyle Holder there. Kazim Myers, he was impressive while he was on the pitch. The substitute Emmanuel Edwards. Number 4, 24, one of the substitutes. He's out there as well. Caradon.
Came off early.
Yeah, the big stopper. Also, and there we see the number 22. He's been active, Christopher.
Rez.
Yeah, Rez. He's been good in the midfield. Number 9, that's Kasoon, Keon Kasoon. Of course, it's a team effort to would have gotten in there. They've still got more to go, as they'll be having their hopes pinned on our national championships. They'll be looking at all the winners of the other zones, and though they may not be the favorites going there, they'll definitely want to have a Cinderella story.
As has happened before, you know, we've had teams who've been relegated and went on to win the Intercol.
Yes, definitely.
So it's not out of the realm of possibilities. There's a man who scored that winning goal, and
Andrews, he's had a good game at the back for his team. He kisses his medal. He put it. He's been good for his team as well. But the captain and man of the moment, Nicholas Reyes, he went from villain to hero here in this one.
The coaches will also come forward to receive theirs, the technical stuff.
Yes, as they come and collect theirs. Charles, Mr. Charles Harding.
And again, it's the entire management team, physio, trainers, everybody. It's a team effort, as you say, because they all do their part. Some of it behind the scenes, you know, the managers have to make sure uniforms are ready, make sure that all the scheduling is ready, transport, meals, whatever. So it's always about the group effort inside of there. And think of what these players are going to face when they go back to school tomorrow.
And this is the moment of magic as they get ready to hoist the trophy. The captain with his hands on it.
And there's some bubbling in the background. I think Marie will get out of that shot very quickly.
As they celebrate, they've been crowned the champions of Central. Carapichaima East Caps, as they are known. They are winners of the Tiger Tank Secondary Schools Coca-Cola Intercol Central Zone. They celebrate.
Back on top. That's the word here. Back on top in Central. And they're now sending a warning to all others that we're coming. And only time will tell whether they get to finish the job. I'm Ruskin Mark. On behalf of Gordon P and the entire team, we want to thank you so much for being with us here on the Tiger Tank International Sports as we just witnessed an enthralling battle between Chaguanas North and Carapichaima East for the Central Zone Intercol title, and at the end of it all, 2-2 plus penalties. And it is Carapichaima who are celebrating the victory today. They are the Kings of Central.